Welcome to Eric and Meredith Do Everything. I'm Eric. So, oldest son, he wanted a desk for Christmas. So we decided to go ahead and build him one. We looked online, looked at a few different styles, and ultimately came up with our own plans.
Like we always do.
Like we always do. Here's the quick drawing that I did. It's real quick, real rough. It's going to be a table desktop that opens up so you can keep some supplies in there. So I'm cutting this piece here. This is going to be the back of the desk. So this one needs to be cut to the same length as the top here. So we're going to cut that to 32 inches. I've cut a second piece of the 16-inch wide wood to use as the bottom. And the other piece is going to be the top, as we discussed before. And then I cut a piece of 4x1, 1x4 for the front. It's going to look a little bit like this. That's the back, that's the front. And let's work on putting the sides together. So here's where we're at right now. We've cut our two end pieces. Now we need to put a piece up at the top here. So we're going to cut a piece, whoops, we're going to use this 4-inch wide piece right there, and that'll be the top part. So we're going to cut that to, 33.5. We need to cut another piece of the 1x6 to 17.5. We actually need two of these, and then we'll draw on the diagonal and cut that. Now we need to figure out this angle right here. So we need to mark up here at the top, and down here at the bottom, and then we'll just draw a straight line between the two, and that'll give us the angle that we need to cut. Okay, so we've measured, marked, and we can see our diagonal there, and our diagonal here. Alright, we've completed the cut. I was going to use the table saw, but instead I decided to go ahead and use the bandsaw, trimmed it, and then after I trimmed it down to the right angle, I used the planer to make my piece perfectly flat. Well, now I'm really annoyed. This is stupid. See, this is the kind of thing that I do, and I do it all the time. I didn't measure right. Well, no, I measured right, but I didn't take into account the thickness of the other pieces. And then I ended up with something dumb. Here, you want to see? So, look. Oh no! Crap. Alright, and there we have it. So, we'll cut this piece to 24. Alright, so I'm going to be putting this together with 1.5-inch staples. I like this staple gun. It's really inexpensive. It's like $40 for this staple gun. Staples are also really cheap for it, and they'll hold this together nicely. We're going to glue them together and then staple them together. Wipe off all your glue.
Really?
What?
You wiping that on your new apron?
New apron? What are you talking about, man? Have you seen Nick Offerman's apron? It's all disgusting and awesome. Yeah. If I can be like 1/10 as awesome as Nick Offerman, then I've done something great with my life. Alright, so we have completed assembly of the top portion of the desk, the lid/writing surface. We'll go here, and the secondary compartment is here. Those will be connected using a piano hinge. It'll go along the top there. I did add this. You didn't see me do this. I thought it would just look. I thought it would be nice to just have a separation, so you have two separate little cubbies there that can be opened independently. So I created a section here. This one's about 9 inches, and this is about 23 inches. It doesn't really matter where you put it. She knocked it over and ran away. Did you knock it over? Yeah. Did Daddy say not to touch it? Yeah, Daddy said not to touch it, and then you touched it, huh? Alright, stinker. I've assembled the two legs. The top portion is a 2x2. I cut an angle on here. It's not functional, it just kind of looks nice. That's a 21.5 degree cut there. Glue in between, then put 2 staples in. That just holds it in place. Then I can put some drill some pilot holes, and then put my 2 long screws through. They'll hold the whole thing together. This is a piece of 1x2.5. This is a piece of 1x3. The angles I cut here, again, it's arbitrary. It's just for aesthetics. It's just to look nice. This is a 45 degree cut, and this is a 21.5 degree cut. I took a piece of 1x3, turned it sideways, and marked it the same width as this, and then I put a couple nails into the bottom. Okay, so when I built these 2 pieces, glued them together, and then put a couple nails into the top there. And then held them together with clamps, glue in between. Did the same thing with these pieces. And then to attach the base piece to the leg, I went ahead, put some glue on, put a couple of staples. I sure hope you can hear her stomping.
It would be hard not to. We told Piper to go upstairs.
So she stomped all the way upstairs and all the way across the living room. That's awesome. Put the top piece on like this, and then I grabbed my staple gun, and I put a staple here, and then centered it, and then put a staple back there, 3rd staple in the middle. And then I went ahead and I drilled 3 pilot holes that are about the same diameter as the screws that I'm using. The longer the better, because you're just going down into this and it just helps stability. So this is what it looks like set up. Nothing's connected right now. So when I put it together like this and looked at it, I did not like the way that the legs look. They just look like 2x8s. So I think what I'm going to do is cut out a section, something like that.
Shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh.
Oh my God! Stop! Oh my God!
Victims of the night. The chemical, physical, kryptonite.
Stop!
So that one's ready to be routed. Routed? Router Ed? What is it? We tested out kind of the radius that we were looking for, the cutout for the leg. Came up with that, decided it looked pretty good. And then I looked through the router bits here, tried to decide which one we thought would look best. I like this one, but Meredith thought it was too big, too deep. So we went with this one on here. It's a little bit smaller, but it's the same basic shape. And then I went ahead and tested it out on here, and it looks good. You can see how this looks really wobbly. This is not a nice straight line, and that's just the shape of the wood. You really need to sand very well your edge so that the bearing here can follow along that wood. If your wood's all wavy, then
Nobody likes wavy wood.
nobody likes wavy wood. Real nice, straight, strong wood. So, we're ready to router this out now. Please subscribe and watch the rest of the videos. There's going to be 2 more parts to this, and they're going to be excellent. Subscribe below, please. Thanks. Welcome to Eric and Meredith Do Everything. I'm Eric. So, oldest son, he wanted a desk for Christmas. So, we decided to go ahead and build him one. We looked online, looked at a few different styles, and ultimately came up with our own plans.
Like we always do.
Like we always do. Here's the quick drawing that I did. It's real quick, real rough. It's going to be a table desktop that opens up so you can keep some supplies in there. So I'm cutting this piece here. This is going to be the back of the desk. So this one needs to be cut to the same length as the top here. So we're going to cut that to 32 inches. I've cut a second piece of the 16-inch wide wood to use as the bottom. And the other piece is going to be the top, as we discussed before. And then I cut a piece of 4x1, 1x4 for the front. It's going to look a little bit like this.